All right, big news story of the day.
Big news story of the day is a return to a big story we've had over the years.
What is happening?
We return to the treasure hunter.
Wait a minute, what?
That's right. As of 6 days ago, we have another update. Lawsuit. Man who sparked treasure hunt retrieved own loot.
Wait, what?
Get ready. A French treasure hunter has sued the estate of a Santa Fe, New Mexico antiques dealer who sparked a year-long search across the American West by hiding chests filled with gold coins and other valuables. Bruno Rafaz is seeking $10 million in a complaint filed last week in the district court in New Mexico. He claims the late Forrest Fenn deprived him of the riches by moving the treasure chest after he solved a riddle that would lead him to the loot. The lawsuit comes a year after another man found the treasure in Wyoming. It appeared suspicious to everyone, Rafaz said in a lawsuit. Our assumption is that Forrest Fenn went to retrieve the chest himself, declared it found publicly, and then kept the contents for himself.
What?
That's right. It's crazy. In his autobiography, The Thrill of the Chase, Fenn said he buried the chest somewhere in the Rocky Mountains north of Santa Fe. His book concluded a poem that contained clues on where the chest was hidden. For a decade, thousands of people roamed the Rockies in search of the treasure, estimated to be worth at least $1 million. Several treasure seekers had to be rescued from precarious situations.
Didn't people die?
6 died. Rafaz's lawsuit is just the latest legal claim to be spurred by the treasure hunt. A number of people have sued, alleging Fenn betrayed them or gave them misleading clues. Shiloh Old, Fenn's grandson, could not be reached for comment. Rafaz said he used the clues to determine Fenn's treasure was in the southwestern part of Colorado. He informed Fenn he solved the puzzle and was on his way to retrieve the chest. However, his plans were derailed by the coronavirus pandemic, and Fenn was announced a short time later that the treasure had been found. Fenn died in September at age 90 without saying who found the chest or where. Fenn's grandson confirmed in December that Jonathan Jack Stueff, a 32-year-old med student from Michigan, discovered it. Fenn said before his death that the treasure was in Wyoming, but neither Stueff nor Fenn's relatives have specified where.
Dude, this guy said, I believe this. I believe that dude put a treasure in a place. The problem is this guy called him, was like, I've solved your riddle, dummy. And he was like, oh, have you? Drove out there, got his own treasure back, and was like, you didn't solve it now, bitch. Like, that's definitely what happened.
That is definitely what happened, like, without a doubt.
Why would you call the man and be like, I've solved it? Why? Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you go get it and then call him?
Yeah, that makes no sense why he would call. Like, I've solved it. Like, just go get it if you know where it's at.
Yeah, that's dumb. That is stupid. You know what? He's dumb for doing that. He should have just went and got the treasure.
That's what I'm saying. I think because he knew the location but not exactly where, it gave Fenn just enough time to go out and get it and be like, yeah, good luck trying to find it now. And then he could easily say someone else found it. And then, like, I mean, if you and I were kind of like in on this together, and I was like, oh, there's $1 million treasure out there, and then I paid you $200,000 to say you found it, I end up with the legend and the, like, cool thing that I did, and I didn't have to give away $1 million, and I gave you $200,000, and you're $200,000 richer for doing nothing but lying once.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Scheme.
Yeah, this feels like a scam to me.
This is our year's worth of research and investigations into this story, and now it's just a scam.
That's usually what most things are. Let's be real.
That's very true, yeah.
When you dig a little deeper, you're like, oh, that was a scam. Okay, cool.
It's a life lesson, everybody.
Yep.
It's probably a scam.
Okay. Well, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. This is a honker. Nicolas Cage says he knew his relationship with wife Riko Shibata could work after discovering she keeps flying squirrels.
I believe this is his much younger wife.
Yes. I believe he's like 50 and she's like 26 or 22.
Here's the thing. Not only do I feel this on like a deep level. But I get it. If you're a crazy person and you find someone that matches your crazy, age should not matter. Because frankly, I think if he's like, she keeps flying squirrels. To me, if I lived the life of a man who, like, I collect different weird animals and I fly them to my private island and I have dinosaur skulls and let the man have his day. I think great for him. And here's the thing. If she's into it, if she was like, oh, Nick Cage? Yeah, that's my kind of hot. If that's what she wants, bless. I'd say great for both of them.
Now, I will say this is Nick Cage's fifth wife. So, fifth time's the charm, I guess.
I mean, maybe he doesn't know what he's looking for.
That's true. Let's see what it says. The actor Nicolas Cage said that he knew he could have a successful relationship with his wife after discovering her love for unusual animals, flying squirrels. We met in Japan, and I thought she was stunning when I met her. We had a lot in common, he said at the premiere of his new film, Pig. She likes animals, too, so I asked her, do you have any pets? And she said, I have flying squirrels. She had 2 sugar gliders. I thought, that's it. This could work out. Representative for Cage told People magazine that Cage and Shibata tied the knot earlier in the year. Very small, intimate wedding in Vegas. Pig premieres, first time couple's been seen. Of course, in Vegas. I'm quite excited to take a picture with her, he said. It is Nick Cage's 5th wife. The National Treasure star is previously married to the actress Patricia Arquette between 95 and 2000. Arquette, sure. Between 95 and 2001. Then Lisa Marie Presley, the daughter of Elvis, from 2002 to 2004.
Yep.
Earlier this year, Cage told a radio show he and Shibata got engaged on a video call because they were separated due to the corona pandemic. She left New York and went back to Kyoto, and I went to Nevada, and I haven't seen her for 6 months. We're really happy together, and we're really excited to spend that time together, so I finally just said, look, I want to marry you, and we got engaged on FaceTime. Cage sent her a black diamond engagement ring.
That sums up. A black diamond engagement ring is the most Nick Cage thing I've ever heard. I'm looking through his past relationships, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah, I was looking through those.
Yeah, so Patricia Arquette, who's David Arquette, that whole thing, you know. Lisa Marie Presley, obviously, Elvis. Alice Kim was from 2004 until 2016. That's a long-ass marriage. I guess they had a kid, I think.
Oh, wow. I mean, yes, they were married a pretty long time.
Then he married Erica Koike?
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 For not even a year.
Less than a year, yeah. Through all of 2019. 2019 was it for them. And then he instantly rebounded. He's like, and now I'm married again. I do have like a question about his transition from like white ladies into only Asian women. I do have a question about this. I am curious why this has happened, but like, okay.
He has a quote from marrying Alice Kim and said, I'm married into another culture, and it's interesting because in Korea they call me the son-in-law. Like,
what?
Isn't that what most people call their son-in-law? Their son-in-law?
I guess probably like crazy. The Presley family was like, this bastard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it says with the Presleys, oftentimes when you have 2 people who are very strong in their own personalities and rather intense, sometimes you can have a hard time meshing. So they just fought a lot, obviously.
This man, I feel like this man just needs to learn how to date. Because from 1995 to 2001, he was married. Then from 2002 to 2004, he was married. Then from 2004 to 2016, he was married. So he had like a 3-year period between 2016 and 2019 where he wasn't married. Yeah. And then he immediately got married again. And then after that, immediately got married again. Nick, you can just date people. You don't have to instantly marry them.
He's like, I gotta get married. Gotta get married.
I guess it's such a it definitely seems like a weird guy thing of just like, I'm going through some stuff and the only way I can show love is through proposal. Like, I just don't, it's so weird.
So this is what it says with his Erica Koike relationship. By far Cage's shortest lived marriage, the actor tied the knot to the makeup artist in 2019 in Las Vegas after a year of dating. In the court documents, the blast, Cage claims that they were both intoxicated and he, quote, lacked understanding of his actions in marrying her to the extent that he was incapable of agreeing to the marriage. He also claimed that there were grounds for an annulment since Koike didn't disclose to Cage the full nature and extent of her relationship with another person. Oh, shit.
He was mad. He was mad she was dating some other guy.
And then the Oscar winner alleged Koike didn't inform him of her criminal history, including additional active criminal proceedings.
Oh my god!
Oh my, yeah, that's a crazy relationship right there.
Meanwhile, the photo I found of him and his current wife, it's them walking, I assume, in an airport tarmac, and then something like in an airport hallway. And he's wearing a gray suit with the craziest hat I've ever seen while carrying a whale, and she is looking lovingly at the whale. It's you know what? Get it, Nick. I will always be a fan. I can't wait to watch Pig. I'm here for it.
Wait, what? His ex-wife that he was married to for 12 years attended his wedding?
I believe
That's kind of weird.
I believe that. I think Nick Cage is still friends with all these people because there's a reason why he does all these movies, because they're taking like half the paycheck.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess if you marry 5 people, you probably owe a lot of money to people.
I would say that you probably do. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well,
oh my god,
there you go.
Yeah.
Nick Cage relationships.
I love it. Okay, what's your big news story today?
Big news story of the day. This one, we're going back to the roots of Florida man. Get ready. Are you ready?
I mean, I'm hanging in. I'm bated breath. Did you need me to say Florida man? Because we're there. I'm in it.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, now I'm doing it.
All right.
Oh, Florida man.
You're like, nah, I'm doing it, and then you didn't do it.
Well, I thought that I had already previously done it before.
No, you didn't.
Florida man.
Well, now you've already done it. All right, whatever. Florida man steals alligator from golf course, tries teaching it a lesson by throwing it on roof of bar.
I would love to know what that lesson is.
I don't either. I don't, like, what is the lesson he's trying to teach? Okay, here we go. Daytona Beach shores. A Florida man told police officers he was teaching it a lesson when he tried to throw a live alligator he had stolen from a miniature golf course onto the roof of a beachside cocktail lounge. The 32-year-old man was arrested early Thursday when Daytona Beach Shores police officers spotted him attempting to throw the gator onto the roof of the cocktail lounge located just off Highway A1A. The officers then saw the man take the alligator by its tail, hit it against the awning of the building, throw it to the ground, and stomp on it.
Oh my god!
Shit? The man from Homestead, Florida was taken into custody charged with possession and injury of an alligator, unarmed burglary of an occupied dwelling, theft, and criminal mischief. The man told officers that he had stolen the gator from an enclosure at a nearby miniature golf course. An online court docket showed no attorney for the man.
Online court docket said no one would take this man's case.
What the shit? Why is he like throwing the gator around? I thought he like threw it on the roof and that was it. He's like stepping on it.
See, here's the thing. We thought when he said teach it a lesson, we thought it was like, that's why you don't get on top of roofs, gator. And the reality is, this guy meant it like, I'm going to teach him a lesson, fist punch. And so now the question becomes, like, what did that gator do to this man?
Yeah, what did that gator do to this man?
I don't
like,
think this
this
gator
is
did
like
anything.
an unfair fight. Like,
yeah.
Let the gator fight too, right?
I mean, I would say anytime a definite meth-using drunk guy from Florida fights anyone, it's already a disadvantage. Because that guy's powered by, like, ungodly strength.
Yeah. Also, this guy definitely looks like a meth-using
You don't even need to show me him to know that I know he looks like a meth user.
I'm going to show you anyway just to clarify your suspicions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's how I knew he was a meth user immediately. What city is this?
Daytona Beach Shores.
There you go. Not Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach shores. The minute you have to add that extra thing onto any major city that's in Florida, I know they kept the name because it sounded cool, but really it's the shores part that's the problem.
Yeah.
There are a lot of places in Florida that are just like Orlando Springs. And you know Orlando Springs is not Orlando, but they keep Orlando in the name, so people still want to move there. But trust me, it is not Orlando.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I knew he was a meth user right when it was like he threw the alligator on a roof. Like, that's already a telltale sign.
I mean,
also,
well, obviously, yes. I mean, anytime you do anything with an alligator, there's already a problem. I
also have a question. Why does a miniature golf course, have an alligator? Yeah, I think everyone's ignoring this one.
I mean, you're right. I did. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Like, why do they need a live gator? Is he just there to, like, sit in a cage and be like, wow, a gator? Is, like, he there? Like, I don't understand.
This is the crazy part. If this was any other place, I'd be like, oh, the gator is part of the attraction. You could go to see the gator. But it's Florida. There's gators everywhere.
Yeah.
That's no attraction. That's probably, if anything, just a gator who got in the golf park and then, like, they were like, should we get rid of it? Like, nah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess
he lives here now. This is his home.
That's possible. It is Florida, Daytona Springs, or whatever. That's your big news story of the day.
What other big news story?
Big news story of the day. Man in contraption washes up in Florida after trying to run on water.
All right. I have so many questions. I'm going to start with man in contraption. It's like a phrase I never thought I'm going to let you tell this story, but I want you to know I better learn what the contraption is, because man with contraption.
You want me to show you now or later?
I'll wait. All right.
A man who wanted to run on water from Florida to New York has washed up on the Floridian coast in a large hamster wheel-like contraption.
He didn't even make it out of Florida.
However, he ended up 30 miles south of his starting point in St. Augustine.
He went south!
Reza Bellucci told local media he was traveling 1,000 miles north from Florida's east coast. Mr. Bellucci encountered complications that brought him back to shore and was safe with no injuries. The U.S. Coast Guard then came to help him. The sheriff's office added to ensure the vessel and occupant are USCG compliant for their safety moving forward. Images taken by the sheriff's office show a large human-sized cylindrical container with multiple floating devices attached to each side. Mr. Bellucci told local station Fox 35 News he was raising money for public services, including the Coast Guard. He added that he had tried to make journeys in the contraption, which he calls his bubble, before. In 2014, he had to be rescued from a similar contraption near St. Augustine, and then 2 years later, he again had to be rescued off the coast of Jupiter near Palm Beach. I will show people anything you want to do. Do it, he told Fox. Don't listen to anyone. Chase your dreams.
Unless your dream is really dumb. Unless your dream is like, oh my God, what is this? I thought it was literally a bubble. But no, it's not. It's like a metal cage, and then on the side are multiple what look like bouncing balls.
Yeah.
And then basically two water wheels on the side.
Yeah, it looks like those water wheels from steamboats.
Yeah, and then I guess it's him running like a hamster on an actual hamster wheel, and then it's supposed to. But the thing is he has no. I see no rudder.
Yeah.
So I think this is the problem. I know there's a name for it, but there's a thing where dumb people are so dumb they don't know how dumb they are, so they think they're smart. And there's a name for it. And
that
this guy
sounds
is
like
that.
me in 2013.
This guy is that. This guy is so dumb, he doesn't understand what he's doing is dumb. He thinks it's like, follow your dreams. You can achieve anything you want. And it seems like in his mind, he's like, oh, I'm going to run directionally north and I'll get there. But he's not accounting for wind, tide, currents. Like, there's a million things that can change. I'm surprised this dude, maybe the reason why he was saved by the Coast Guard, I'm surprised this dude hasn't been pulled out to sea.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sucked out into the Atlantic, gone forever.
Yeah, it is actually pretty impressive that he has not, like, sailed away into, like, some stranded place. He's like the survivor.
There's literally, you know when people swim the English Channel? They don't do it alone. There are boats that follow them. There are people that have maps and courses and charts, and they're like rescue. Like they have all these things there. This guy's like, follow your dreams, run on the water if you want. That is insane. This isn't a dream worth following.
Yeah, this is a little crazy. But
99% of the time, I would say follow your dreams. I would agree with this guy. But if your dream is to get in a giant metal mesh wheel and get on the ocean and not get caught with the need to call life, like, I can't even. This is insane. I'm blown away that this exists. I can't even with this. I'm so angry that this guy exists.
I mean, honestly, make it an Olympic sport. Let's go.
Do you know? I mean, that would work. Yes. Do you know what he looks like? Because in my mind, I have an image, and I kind of need to know what he looks like.
I don't see anything about what he looks like. Florida Wheel Man.
Florida Wheelman is going to get you not what you think.
I don't see any pictures of it. Hold on. Oh, wait, here we go. There's a thing I can click. Riza Bellucci. All right, he's got a website.
He's got a website.
All
right, he's got a website.
Oh, wait, is this him? Oh, yeah, this is him. Age 44. Riza Bellucci. Oh, yeah, there he is. If you just Google Riza Bellucci.
I don't even know how to spell his name.
Here, Riza. Go to that and then go to Google Images. You'll see.
Riza Bellucci on it. Wow. He looks kind of like what I thought he would look like. Like, he definitely has that. He has, like, the face of a guy who's like, I don't take no for an answer.
He does. He's got a little bit of mad scientist vibe to him.
Also, I love his... Oh, my God. So, his contraption, you can see... Here's the thing. I will... You know what? I'm going to take back some of the things I said about him.
All right.
Because I thought he used the same wheel. You can see he's actually sciencing the shit out of this. Yeah. It's not correct science, but it's like he's... So, like, you can see his first one was straight up a ball.
Yeah.
Like, just a ball. And then he added, like a cage to the ball. And then he added things on the side. And you can see, like, over time, different sized orbs, like, I guess, orbs of air on the side. And then he got rid of the ball in the middle and just made a more solid cage. You know what? Oh, yeah. I'm actually kind of impressed. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of impressive.
He actually has a bunch of YouTube videos on him. If you want to learn about him, it's like a bunch of documentary things.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah.
Normally I'd be like, this guy is like cuckoo bananas, but here's the thing. He's mad scientist crazy.
Yeah. He's like an athletic mad scientist that's just trying to, fulfill his dream and help people.
Here's the thing. I'm all right with that. Before I was like, oh, this guy's is crazy. But now that I see photos of his progress over time, over years, I'm pretty impressed. Like, that's a dedication to a craft. And he's trying to get better. And I will say this version is better than the previous ones.
Yeah.
It still isn't going to get you it's still not going to get you there. But it seems like it would be much easier to float and move.
Yeah, that is... Honestly, I like this guy.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this guy. I think it's crazy, but it's our kind of crazy.
Exactly.
It took a minute to come. I had to see this man to like truly look into his eyes and be like, he's not an idiot. He's just our kind of crazy.
And that's honestly, that's the perfect story for this 300 episode.
It really is. 300 episodes. We're not idiots. We're just our kind of crazy.
Well, back in 2013, I was an idiot, but
I mean, I think we all were.
The news story of the day is Los Angeles air traffic controller warns jetpack guy is back.
Okay. This has been a thing in LA for a while. Like, there has been a dude flying around LAX, maybe. Or, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Huh. The FBI is investigating reports of a possible jetpack man in sight 15 miles east of LAX. The FBI is investigating what one commercial airline pilot said might have been an airborne person with a jetpack. The Los Angeles Times reported that the Boeing 747 pilot radioed to report a possible jetpack man in sight at around 6:12 p.m. Wednesday. The pilot spotted an object that might have resembled a jetpack 15 miles east of LAX at a 5,000 feet altitude. Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson told the newspaper. Out of an abundance of caution, air traffic controllers alerted other pilots in the vicinity. Use caution, jetpack guy's back, said one air traffic alert. Did you see a UFO? One air traffic controller asked a pilot. We were, but we did not see Iron Man, the pilot responded. The FBI is working with the FAA to investigate the report. FBI spokesperson Laura Eimler told the Times in an email the agency has already looked into 3 other possible jetpacks in the skies above LA and has not been able to validate any of the reports.
Yeah, I guess some people were saying that it might just be a drone dressed up to look like a man, which is even crazier.
That is crazy. That'd be weird.
But I don't know. I have no clue what... It's just been a thing that's been happening a while. And I know that there was, at a certain point in time before COVID, there was a business in LA that was offering people jetpack experiences where like you'd be tethered to the ground and you could fly up in the air in your jetpack. But I don't imagine it'd be high enough that a jumbo jet would see you.
Yeah, that is weird. I feel like it's got to be a drone dressed as a man, now you say it.
But there's that guy in New York that people took videos of that's flying around on a drone. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Oh my God, hold on. Let me see if I can find you Drone Man.
Drone Man.
I'll let everyone know. Drone Man flying NY. All right, Drone Man didn't get me it. Incredible video shows man flying around. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm not sure who the Arrow Times are, but there's a YouTube video. If you just look man flying over drone in New York Times Square, look at this thing. This guy looks like he is from Spider-Man. He's like out to catch Spider-Man.
Oh my God, he does. He looks like the Green Goblin.
That's what I'm saying.
That's insane.
So, I mean, if that exists, who knows?
Maybe Jetpack Man is real.
Right? I want to believe for safety reasons it's a drone, but it also could just be a dude who's like, I am the Rocketeer. You never know.
Hey, you never know.
Okay, Crendor, what is our big news story of the day?
Utah Governor Spencer Cox responds to voter demanding he change obscene surname.
I feel like this guy tried to make a YouTube channel and he's having the same problems I am. I feel his pain. This guy, I get it.
A Utah voter apparently has a hard time with the surname of the state's Republican governor, Spencer Cox. In fact, the unnamed citizen sent a letter to the Cox last week demanding he change his last name to something less obscene. But it's the governor's response to a letter that is arousing interest now. Last week, Cox posted an excerpt of the letter on Twitter with a note jokingly claiming he's, quote, really grateful for the criticism and constructive feedback he gets from the constituents that include the facepalm emoji.
Whoa. Rewind. What was that word?
Constituents.
All right, sound it out. What is
Hold on, it's constituent.
There it is.
What the shit? I've never heard that word before.
You've never heard the word constituents?
No.
Those are the people you represent when you go to Congress.
I think we've just learned that I played video games instead.
You're right.
Doing my homework.
I
didn't play any Congress games. All right.
Yeah.
The ballsy voter warned Cox, who was elected governor in 2020, that his reluctance to change your foul, dirty, and obscene surname, myself and thousands of other Utahns will be sitting in protest, not standing until you change your highness surname to something less offensive. The letter added, "This is a social justice issue and we will not be denied basic human decency," and warned that Utah citizens do not, quote, accept sick jokes to run rampant in our civil institutions.
This can't be real. This can't be real.
I mean, it's Utah. There's got to be at least one crazy, Mormon person. Of course, some people wondered if the letter was a prank of some sort, especially because it ended in, love a concerned citizen. I think it's a joke, right? Right? Said somebody on Twitter. So did Cox at first. I thought so. My constituent affairs director thinks it's serious, he says. Cox got some sympathy from people in similar situations. There's Kate Cox, Mike Breast, and a Steve Cox.
All the Cox clan coming out to be like, guys, it's our last name. It's our last name.
Yeah, it's the last name. All right. One person wrote out a suggested response the governor could send to the letter writer. Dear very concerned citizen, our nation survived 12 years under a President Bush.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right.
That's others jokingly sided with the very concerned citizen. So that is the Cox the Cox way.
It's not fair. We're out here doing our best. We're trying, okay? We're trying. It's hard out here for a Cox.
It's hard out here for a Cox, especially Utah Coxes.
Yep.
That's what it is.
So dumb. I don't know. What's the big news story?
Big news story of the day. We're doing a little callback to earlier in the episode. Disney World. Or Westworld. Theme parks' robot plans have people freaked out.
What?
A viral New York Times headline published Wednesday asked, "Are you ready for sentient Disney robots?" Based on Twitter, the answer so far seems to be absolutely not. Well, those people aren't fun. The Walt Disney Co. is in the process...
Yeah, most of those people aren't going to go to Disney anyway. So what the hell do they have to say about it?
I want to talk to Robot Goofy.
Yeah, you kidding me? I definitely want that. Oh, yuck. I'm a sentient program. I want that so badly.
Yeah. Walt Disney Co. is in the process of developing hyper-realistic, free-roaming robot versions of beloved characters to populate the grounds of its parks. Labeling them sentient, maybe jumping the gun a little bit, as is the idea of robot sentience, to put it mildly, complicated. But the creations are slated to have cameras and sensors that let them make on-the-fly choices about what to do and say. The Times also describes an existing 3-foot-tall robot, Groot, that can respond to persons' actions and demeanor. But,
yeah, I was about to say, I think they have Groot already.
Yeah, he's doing all right. But while Disney executives see the bots as a way to intrigue younger generations and stay relevant, some people were more apt to see them as terrifying. On Twitter, a lot of jokes were made about Westworld, about a Wild West theme park filled with androids. I would hope you've seen Westworld by now. Some also reference the Simpsons episodes Itchy and Scratchy Lane, which involves robot uprising at a theme park. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Let's be real. Most of the people who tweeted out stuff like that did so for the Twitter clout.
Oh yeah,
like, haha, funny joke. I don't know if they actually believe that.
You do know this is like Westworld, right?
Like, I'm very well aware of people who love the idea of like cool robot stuff, who then tweeted stuff like that because like, haha, it's just like a thing, and we all have a reference and agree upon it. Like, all right, fine. I don't know if it's worth like this article being like, people are really worried. Are they? Are they really worried?
Although this one's pretty fun. They said, Mickey Mouse pointing a revolver at a group of guests. Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality?
Here's the thing. If Mickey did that, I would be like,
reality?
Now I would. Now, if Mickey did that to me, I would. I'd be like, you know what, Mickey? Now I'm starting to.
That's the thing. If Mickey Mouse was like, you're going to help me get out of here, I'd be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, like, okay, Mickey. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I would be on the side of the robots.
Oh, yeah.
Don't question this. This isn't like a joke. This isn't Wacky Jesse. I would 100% join the robots.
Oh, yeah. Because then, after
not even a question,
Mickey, he's probably going to be like, I'll remember you. And then when he like takes over, and he's like going on his crazy robot rampage, he'll look at you and be like, thanks. And he might kill you.
He will remember because he has a robot brain. Yeah. He won't forget.
And he might feel nothing and still kill you, but he might still feel something if that sentience is kicking in, and he might spare you.
Yeah, if anything, he'll be like, oh boy, you helped me escape, and so you'll live as a pet of mine. And I'll be like, you know what? That sounds awesome. I'll put you in a human zoo. Like, okay, sure. Just give me someone to mate with, and I'll be fine.
Yes, like she's not singing Kelly Clarkson incorrectly.
He's like, I brought you a girl. Here you go. And she's like, singing Kelly Clarkson off key, and I'm banging on the glass like, no! Damn you, robots!
What happened to Miss Independent? Yeah. What happened?
Stronger! No! No! And that's how my episode of Black Mirror ends.
And that's how the episode of this podcast ends.
All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Who puts a cow in a Buick? A cow spotted in the back seat at McDonald's drive-thru.
Who puts a cow in a Buick?
So here it is.
Is there a photo? Oh my God, that is a cow in a car. How'd it get in there? Is it alive?
I guess we're gonna learn. Where do you think this happened at?
I'm gonna say Cal, Florida.
No, that's a guess for like randomness of it, but like think like, all right, we're thinking dairy.
Minnesota.
Close. Wisconsin.
You know what? Cheese was involved, of course.
Exactly. It's got to be this Wisconsin. Spotted in a car at McDonald's drive-thru in Wisconsin, a cow, all of it. Jessica Nelson of Mosinee pulled into the drive-thru of McDonald's in Marshfield on Thursday, and she looked up to see a cow in the backseat of a Buick sedan 3 cars ahead of her. I thought it was fake at first. Who puts a cow in a Buick? She told the Associated Press. Then its whole head moved.
Oh, my God.
She quickly picked up her phone and shot a video of the bovine.
Wait, what was her order?
I don't know. The cow's order or her order?
Would it be weird if you pulled into like a burger place and got a burger with a cow in your backseat? Would that be like strange?
That would be kind of weird, yeah. It could have been his friends and family. You don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little weird.
I just took the video because I was blown away. There was a cow in the back of a Buick. She posted the video on her Facebook page with the caption, "A whole freaking cow. Tell me you live to live in Wisconsin without telling me you live in Wisconsin."
I love that my favorite part is she keeps mentioning there was a cow in the back of a Buick, as if for some reason any other car would be acceptable. Like, why would you put a cow in a Buick? That doesn't make any sense. That's a Jeep. That's a Jeep animal for sure.
So we got some reasoning behind it. Nelson said that the family of the cow's owner saw the post and contacted her. They said that the cow is actually a calf. She said the owner had just purchased it and 2 other calves, which were in the back seat as well, but were lying down out of sight.
What?
At an auction.
They what? So they went to an auction, 4 cows, got 3 calves, and were like, well, we didn't bring a trailer. Throw them in the back.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this image, and this calf is... its head is the size of the armrest.
Yeah.
Or like that like the headrest in the back.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if there are 3 others in there, they were like, that doesn't seem comfortable at all.
2 others. But still, that's a tight fit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem, I don't know.
It is Wisconsin, so I mean.
They're like, oh, get in there, eh? You can do it there. Okay.
You like cheese?
You're going to make lots of cheese for me, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Wisconsin many a times. And it's pretty spot on.
Great. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. Okay, what is our big news story of the day then?
Big news story of the day. Big news story of the day. Woman charged with traveling to Hawaii with fake Moderna vaccine card.
Why?
I don't know if you saw this one.
No, I didn't. Why?
So, an unvaccinated woman's attempt to enjoy a Hawaiian vacation unfettered by the state's 10-day quarantine mandate was thwarted by bad spelling. Chloe Mrozak was arrested Saturday at Daniel K. I can't even say it, International Airport in Honolulu on the misdemeanor charge of suspicion of falsified vaccination documents. She's an Illinois resident, great, was vaccinated in Delaware, sorry, suspicious, by 2 National Guard members, also suspicious, identified as CPL Wolf and SSG Monty.
So probably Corporal Wolf and Sergeant Monty, maybe?
Yep, but Sergeant Monty.
Right. It's the sergeant.
They deemed that there are Hawaiian authorities determined from officials in Delaware that there was no record of Mrozak being vaccinated. There's another issue. Moderna, spelled as Moderna.
Well, yeah, Moderna. Yeah.
Moderna.
Come on down. Moderna will give you a shot, all right?
She's just like, no, I really got it from Moderna. There's like some old woman named Moderna. She's like, I gave 3 shots this year.
Come on.
I don't know if they work.
Get your shot, youngins.
Despite initial suspicions, Mrozak left the airport. Officials later couldn't find a reservation at the hotel where she said she would be staying, and she didn't list return travel information. Special Agent William Lau of the state Attorney General's office said he tracked down Mrozak by searching social media and found a Facebook account which she described herself as a model. Photo gallery showed Mrozak with a distinctive tattoo on her left hip. Law enforcers spotted a woman with a tattoo at Southwest Airlines counter at the airport and arrested her as she attempted to fly home. After arrest, she told the officer she was vaccinated by her own doctor and paid for the shot.
What?
Even though vaccines are free.
Yeah. This reminds me of, I don't know if you saw this, there was a guy on TikTok. He's one of those dudes who like just reacts to people being idiots, right?
Yeah.
So he made a post about how there was this woman online who was saying, hey, if you want, I have the hookup on vaccine cards. And then I know a person who I think is in upstate New York can register you in the New York database. All you got to do is pay me $250 and I can give you this vaccine card saying you're fully vaccinated, and then we'll hook you up. And I guess they sold enough, they made $50,000 on it.
Jesus.
But this guy, what he did is he messaged her and was like, I want to help. I want to be a part of this. How can I help you get more people? And then she sent him all the information and he just reported them to the police. And so their entire organization got taken down, and I guess this week they're all going to prison. But people were just like, wait, so there are people sending you $250 for an illegal card that, if you paid more money, you could then have it put into the registry in New York. And again, the vaccine's totally free.
Yeah. And you don't
Mind-blowing to me.
Imagine paying money to not get a thing that's going to help save your life.
If you're going to be a person who's like, I don't take vaccines, at least have the conviction to live with the choice of like, well, that means you're not going to be allowed to do a lot of things, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Today I saw a video of a guy who was like, I don't understand why they're trying to make me take this vaccine. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just trying to go and like live my life. And some guy was like, well, dude, when you went to school, they made you take vaccine shots then. That's how you got to go to school. You have to take measles, mumps, and rubella. That's like a thing you had to do to go to school. And the dude was like, no, but that was for like viruses and diseases, bro. And they're two different things. And the guy was like, what? he's like, those were viruses. And this is the disease. He's like, no. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. It's like, you know what? I don't know what I can tell you, my dude. But if you're going to have the conviction, it's like when you read about someone who's like, oh, I don't take viruses. Or I don't take viruses.
I don't take viruses.
Like, I don't take vaccines. I live a healthy life. And then they get sick and end up in the hospital. And they're like, is there anything you can give me? It's like, well, I thought nature healed you, bro. Like, I thought, like, at least live with a conviction. If you're going to, I'm like, jack me up. Fill me with what you got to fill me up with. I'll take all the help I can get. I'm no dummy. Come on.
Yeah. No, it's
very like it's very upsetting. People are like, I got super sick and I realized how wrong I was. Like, bro, you were wrong to begin with. You've always been wrong.
Yeah, it's not, especially this far into it. So don't take any Modernas. She's not good at giving vaccines.
What do you mean? I got plenty of shots back here.
It's filled with like worms from the Stop Shopping Festival.
Is it supposed to be wriggling? That's how you know it's good.
No, that's what's killing the virus.
I put the bikinis on them myself.
There you go.
All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. So, there's two of them, but they're tied together. One of them is, what the heck is Grimace anyway? McDonald's manager's answer has people shook.
What is Grimace? This is, oh no, I hate this. What is Grimace? Because Grimace has always been like a purple thing, right?
Right.
Is he a McNugget?
Nope. The manager of a McDonald's franchise in Canada has revealed the story behind Grimace, the purple pal of longtime mascot Ronald McDonald. Brian Bates.
Is he a bladder?
Nope.
Is he a kidney?
Brian Bates, who has worked for the chain for 10 years, casually dropped it into an interview. He is an enormous taste bud.
What?
Yep. He's a taste bud.
So I was kind of right on the money, though.
Yeah. I mean, here it is.
He was a body part.
Look at that.
So wait, Ronald McDonald. Remember when Ronald had like a bird friend?
Yep.
Like
I remember that.
Birdie or whatever.
Yeah,
like
I remember.
And like the bird, and then Grimace,
Ronald McDonald crew,
and Friends, and Ronald McDonald and Friends.
I remember getting. Okay, this is gonna date me. I remember getting a VHS tape from McDonald's, and it was like the McDonald Adventures or some shit. It was like a cartoon. And I remember it had like Grimace and like other people in it. And it was like a Halloween episode. And I don't know what. McDonald's gave out VHS tapes at some point.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
What?
Look, the McDonald's crew is out of control. So, there is Grimace, who we've discovered is a taste bud. The Hamburglar. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a whole wiki dedicated to this. There's Mayor McCheese, obviously right. Mayor McCheese. Uncle O'Grimacy, which is the Shamrock Shake version of Grimace. Birdie, the early bird, she was for breakfast.
Right.
Captain Crook.
Captain Crook?
What the hell did Captain Crook do?
I don't know.
Series commercially, he's a pirate and similar in appearance to the famed Captain Hook. The character was compared to the Hamburglar, the difference being that he does not attempt to steal hamburgers, but instead tries to steal filet of fish.
Huh.
Gotcha. I mean, like, obviously, the Hamburglar would have won fish.
That's true. It makes sense.
They also have Fry Guys. I remember Fry Guys.
Ah, Fry Guys, yep.
Fry Guys were great. Dr. Quizzical? No, that sucks.
That's dumb.
Dr. Quizzical. A scientist who appears in the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that's dumb.
They have,
Who are the little, like, pom-pom kids?
Those are the Fry Guys.
Oh, those are the Fry Guys, okay.
Yeah, and then there's little tiny dudes who hang out in... I'm trying to find them. They're like in a treasure chest, but they're like little tiny hamburger kids.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they're called. The only other person I remember is Mac Tonight. Do you remember Mac Tonight?
Mac Tonight? What?
Google Mac Tonight. He's like the coolest... He's like the coolest moon you'll ever see.
I can't even... How do you spell that, Mac?
M-A-C, like a Big Mac.
Right.
Mac Tonight, as in like tonight.
Oh my god, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is... He's a little too cool for me.
That's what I'm saying. Mac Tonight's like, he shouldn't be at McDonald's. He should be anywhere but.
Yeah, like... Yeah, oh my god. What is Mac Tonight doing? And there he is with, like, gremlins?
That's what I'm saying.
Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't trust Mac Tonight.
Mac Tonight looks like he sells drugs.
Oh, he definitely sells drugs and does drugs. Mac Tonight looks like he just like... He's like, after this McDonald's, I'm going to the Playboy Mansion to do some coke.
That's probably what he did. Or at least the guy who created him.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. I don't even know what the point is. What's the point of the story? Oh, yeah, Grimace is a taste bud. Grimace, who is actually a villain early on, doesn't resemble a milkshake, but he does kind of look like he may have inspired by images of taste buds. And then I showed you that, so it does look like he is indeed a taste bud.
The problem is there's a character here that I can't find, and he looks like a weird scientist, but I can't find him, and I'm really worried about that.
Probably because nobody cares about him.
I mean, you're definitely... Ben Gunn?
Ben Gunn?
Ben Gunn. He's a sailor who's been trapped in Treasure Island for many countless years until Ronald McDonald and his friends found him and the buried treasure. Ben Gunn. The hell? Bernice. Huh. Bernice is a strange creature from 1992 to 2001. One time, she ate the movie script with Ronald and his friends, and they had to solve the mystery, and it stood for kids. What? What? Bernice. The Chicken McNugget characters. Yeah. Oh, I love the Chicken McNuggets. Look at these boys. Huh. The Chicken McNuggets look like how I feel. There you go. Paste.
Oh my god. That does seem like that would be in your brain.
Yeah, like, hey, dude, hey, buddy. You want to get some nuggies? Okay, come on. Yeah. Anyway, not sure how we got here, but that's we now know Grimace is a taste bud, and it checks out.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it checks out.
The other story I had was with McDonald's and why ice cream machines are always broken.
Why is that?
So apparently the FTC is investigating.
What?
Yeah, according to the Wall Street Journal, the FTC is looking into why McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken. They've sent a letter to McDonald's franchises this past summer regarding what's going on. Franchise owners have reportedly complained that the ice cream machines are complicated and that fixing them when they break is hard. The machines require a nightly automated heat cleaning cycle that can last up to 4 hours to destroy bacteria. The cleaning cycle can fail, making the machines unusable until a repair technician can get them going, owners say. Now, this is crazy because I watched a YouTube documentary thing on this, and it's actually insane.
What do you mean?
So pretty much, the company that makes the ice cream machines also makes them for other fast food places like Chick-fil-A or like Wendy's and shit, and they never have any problems. So they're like, why don't those places have problems? So McDonald's has a thing where people have these problems. They call the technicians, and the technicians come out, and they charge like $100 an hour, and they charge like $100 for every 15 minutes after that. So the company makes a shit ton of money off sending these repair people out. And then they make the manual really complicated, And so the whole theory behind this is that the ice cream company makes a bunch of money off repairing these McDonald's machines, so they don't want McDonald's to replace them with good machines because it's 25% of their revenue.
But then why wouldn't they do it for all the companies?
Because McDonald's and this company are like old school buddies, essentially.
And they're like in league together?
Yeah, they're like that old school money, like, hey, you know, you rub my back, I rub yours, eh?
Interesting.
Yeah, because they won't let them, like, use these other machines. And they're just like, let us use these other machines like other people got or update it. And they're like, nah, you can't do that.
What's weird is that when I worked at McDonald's way back when, we never had an ice cream problem. Which makes me wonder if maybe my McDonald's never cleaned its ice cream machine. Because we never had a problem. And, it just makes me wonder now.
Yeah.
Maybe we had, like, dirty-ass ice cream.
No, it's if you search McDonald's ice cream machine on YouTube, it's like the top result for Johnny Harris did a documentary thing. This dude, like, it's a pretty good documentary. He, like, goes through the entire ice cream machine manual, so, like, he learns all about it. He, like, talks to managers and stuff. And that's, like, the thing he comes up with is, like, it's got to be something like that. Because then this dude, this random guy, invents this product that you plug into the ice cream machine, and it, like, fixes the error codes and makes it easier to use the machine. And as soon as that happened and all the managers were like, yo, get this product. It's, like, helping us, like, make the ice cream machines work. McDonald's was like, shut it down. We can't use that. Not going to use it.
Interesting.
So everyone's like, what the shit's going on here? So, like, it's pretty crazy.
That does seem like some insider stuff.
Yeah. No, because, like, I mean, everyone else using the same company's machines is fine. It's just only McDonald's. So it's
Weird.
Really weird.
Yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, it's a mystery. I love it.
Yeah. So the FTC's looking into it, so we'll find out some more. But I think I think we got a little crazy conspiracy going on there.
Get on it, Federal Trade Commission. We can't wait to read your report.
I want my McFlurry.
I just want my cone, my vanilla cone.
Yeah.
McFlurries are too crunchy for my teeth. I just want my vanilla cone.
I don't even know if it's like real ice cream or if it's like McDonald's ice cream, you know?
Who knows? It definitely comes from like a package.
Oh,
like a weird liquid package.
Like you'd probably just go buy some ice cream from the store if you really want ice cream, honestly.
But it's not McDonald's. I like my Mickey D's.
In fact, I'd probably rather have a grocery store ice cream. Or I'd rather just go to Wendy's, get a Frosty or something.
No, it comes in a cup and I want it in a cone.
That's true. Sometimes you do want that cup instead of the cone.
I gotta have it in my cone.
That's the news.
But what's our big news story?
Big news story of the day.
Yeah?
This one's big. Actually, first up, there's everybody was linking us a thing that talked about Nick Cage saying he's never going to retire. Speaking of retirement,
That's the best news I've ever heard.
So had to throw that one out there. But this one is big. Florida man has returned. Florida man skips lines at Disney World with stolen Disney-issued iPad.
Wait, what? I didn't know. Wait. So did he say he was an employee? All right, never mind. I'm going to shut up and just let you talk.
Here we go.
I love this.
Nobody likes long lines at theme parks. However, it was apparently enough of a headache for one Florida man to use a stolen Disney employee iPad to jump lines at one of the parks. Renan Carletto, 30, allegedly used this illicit technique to give an unauthorized tour of Disney's Hollywood studios in June. He also used the iPad to allow him and a group he was traveling with the ability to cut in front of lines at the park. Carletto.
Oh, he did the thing that, when Maker used to let us go to Disney?
Oh, yeah.
And we'd have a tour guide, and the tour guide would, be able to get you places?
Yeah.
And you could ride whatever ride you wanted, multiple times?
Yeah, that was great.
He got that thing. He got the iPad from those people.
Ah, that adds up.
Or he was one of them, and this was his, I quit.
But he kept the iPad.
Well, of course, yeah.
Carletto would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for that meddling mouse.
I don't like that. What are they like? Oh, jeez, I found you, Carletto.
Come on, get the investigators.
Come on, gang. Let's break his kneecaps.
The mouse mafia. According to Wesh 2, an official Disney investigator, which is apparently a job that
I'm
exists.
sorry, what?
Yes, a official Disney investigator.
Hold on, who is it? West 2?
Wesh 2, which I guess is the news station.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, someone's name was Wesh 2? Because that's kind of awesome. It sounds like a future name.
Wesh 2 to Wesh 1? Wesh 2 to Wesh 1. Copy. Was alerted several unauthorized overrides on reservations in the employee-exclusive Walt Disney World app. So this dude's just like looking at his thing. He's like, somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Do you think he was in a room where like lights and sirens went off when it was like someone's using the app?
I don't know about lights and sirens, but I just picture one of those things with like 500 monitors on the wall, and he's just at the thing like, and then one of them just kind of goes like beep beep, and like kind of lights up. He's like, something's wrong here, and I ain't like it.
It would have been funnier if there were lights and sirens. There's like a Mickey Mouse going like, alert, alert, someone's using the app.
That would be funnier. You're right.
All right, good, okay.
You know, all right, well, come by. He's in that room, and then as soon as that happens, it lights up, and that's when the lights and sirens go off, and Mickey Mouse kicks the door in, and he's just like, what's going on in here?
Do we have a problem?
He's like, we do got a problem. Somebody's been using the iPad, and he's like, oh, not again.
Mickey pulls out his Keyblade. Mickey's gonna have to hurt a bitch. Yeah.
Pluto, get in here. He's like all like decked out in like war gear.
He jumps on his back. Let's ride, pal.
It's like a collar with like grenades strapped to it. He like hops on. He starts riding. Someone's like, whoa, there goes Mickey. He doesn't look too happy. The investigator then found Carletto giving his illicit tour as he was cutting in front of a line for a ride. The wannabe tour guide surrendered the iPad to authorities who let him off with an official warning. Oh shit, that's when Mickey came in. He's like, there's no warnings around here. Authorities are still unsure how exactly Carletto obtained the employee iPad, though he did claim to investigators that the device was given to him by his boss named Tony, whose identity is still unknown.
Tony. Interesting. I wonder... He definitely stole it, but like...
Oh, yeah.
It would be amazing if there was a guy named Tony who was just there.
What if
He's
he
like,
bought
I
it?
didn't give it to him. Mickey's like, I can't take chances to the lagoon with Tony.
What if there's like an underground thing where like it's this guy named Tony who just sells these like Disney things? He's like, yeah, you want to cut lines? I can make you cut lines. He's like, all right, Tony, how
that's
much?
the case. I can't believe that someone thought they would get away with this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess he did once, but not, once you did it twice, and that's like, uh-oh. It adds a level of espionage and intrigue that you normally wouldn't expect out of a theme park, let alone from the happiest place on earth. That's it. Still don't know who Tony is.
Yeah. Tony's the mystery. Tony's the link, I think, between a lot of our stories.
I think so. Mickey's just like, God, not Tony again. I'll get that, Tony.
I'd be willing to say that Tony's the link. Yeah. There's something going on with Tony. We got to figure it out.
I'd watch a series of Mickey Mouse trying to fight Tony and like stop him from using his illegal devices to make the park.
Cut the baloney, Tony! What was that voice? Cut the baloney, Tony! Mickey, what happened to you? Don't worry about me, kids.
He's like goes out back. He's like, boys, we got Tony problems. And then Goofy comes out with like brass knuckles. He's like, Tony again. I'll take care of him this time.
I like this version of the mouse. I think this version of Disney is enjoyable.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be
huge
fun.
fan.
And Donald Duck comes out, and you just wait. Is it Daffy Duck or Donald Duck? Or wait,
Donald Duck. Daffy's Warner Brothers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Donald Duck. Is he the one who's just like?
That's exactly who he is. Yes.
Yeah, and then he comes out, and he's like. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, what is our big news story of the day?
Whoa, big news story of the day. This is going to be a big one. It's going to be a huge one, in fact. It's two stories. I'll let you pick which one you want to hear. Florida man
So
tries
you put this on me?
Yep. Florida man tries to trade in car at same dealership where he stole it from. Or alleged pizza roll pooper apprehended after Oklahoma grocery store incident. Well,
you know which one I want. Pizza roll pooper. Pizza roll pooper.
Of course. Shirley Wright Johnson had a crappy shopping experience. Literally.
I hate that.
You picked it. Wright Johnson said she was picking up some items at the grocery store in Moore, Oklahoma with her two daughters when she reached for a bag of frozen pizza rolls when she quickly discovered something else in her hand. Oh, Jesus. I picked up a bag of pizza rolls and there's literally shit, she said in a video. Excuse my language. Someone defecated inside a supermarket freezer onto a bag of Totino's pizza rolls.
I have so many. Do you think it was like against Totino's, or do you think it was just you gotta go when you gotta go?
I feel like it was against Totino because, like, if you gotta go, he'd probably just go on the floor.
Well, maybe you're right. I mean, you're right. You're right.
But, like, maybe obviously he's trying to disguise it, but like, there's probably gonna be better places, right? I don't know.
I mean, yeah. There's one of them's called a toilet, but like, you can
also just go outside if you're gonna like. I don't know, like why? Why then?
You're right. It must be targeting Totino's. You're right.
So someone defecated inside a supermarket freezer onto a bag of Totino pizza rolls and covered the mess with another package of them. I grabbed the bag. Turned it over, and there it was. I was upset, disgusted, and felt like I was violated. I mean, yeah. You want some pizza rolls, and you end up with shit.
Not that different.
I wouldn't be happy. The ride home was miserable. All the way home, my kids were still like, Mom, I can smell it. I can smell it.
Wait. They didn't take it home with them. Why?
Yeah, it did. I mean, I guess it's just out her hand. Like, it's just.
What do you mean it's on her hand? You're telling me she opened the freezer, looked at it, and was like, "Is that poo?" And then grabbed some. Like, it is poo. Is that like what she thought? What do you mean?
Yeah, like I don't know, because you would think you would like see something. I don't know. This is a weird situation. Also, why didn't she like tell the store, or like didn't the store?
I just can't believe her kids are like, I still see it in my sleep, Mother.
It haunts my dreams.
I smell the poo, Mother.
She told Oklahoma City CBS affiliate KWTV-TV, "It's just disgusting. That's the only word I can use. It's disgusting and horrible." More policing, using surveillance video from the scene of the grime, flushed out a man they identified as a person of interest. He was booked into the Cleveland County Detention Center on unrelated charges while the poop probe continues. Wait, on unrelated charges? Yeah, other stuff. The man's name will be released if the charges are filed. The man was also reported taking pictures of women in the grocery store. A classic.
I have so many questions, and none of it makes sense. It
just gotta know if he's against Totino's or not.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I don't care what happened to this woman. Shit appears in our life at all times. But what happened with those Totinos that caused someone to poo on the Totinos?
Yeah, that's the question. And we may never know. But we might down the line. Who knows?
I just can't. I don't think we will. I'm going to let you know. I feel like this is all we're going to hear about this story. Unless there's another article next week that's like, we've dug deeper into the mystery of the Totino's poops. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Yep, that's one of life's great mysteries.
It always is. It always is. Who pooed on the Totinos?
Yep.
I'm going to do a Chilluminati podcast episode on that 20 years from now. Like, nobody knows.
It could have been a ghost.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
This is a stall if I've ever heard it. Yes.
No, we got one. Florida man uses recycling bin to catch large alligator outside house. I don't know the procedures, so I did it my own way. That's 26-year-old.
Okay, I think I've seen this. Yes.
I don't know the procedures, so I did it my own way, says 26-year-old U.S. Army vet after the reptile hissed at his daughter. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear slides and socks. A U.S. Army vet who has gone viral online for trapping a large Florida alligator in a wheelie bin says he used the front like a hippo mouth to scare the reptile into submission. When 26-year-old Eugene Bozzi's daughter told him, "Hey, this big alligator just hissed at me," he thought it must be a baby. When he went outside and it was 1.8 meters long, he was daunted but not deterred. I said, "No, I'm removing it because he's probably hungry," he told USA Today. "The only thing that came to my mind was to protect my kids and the other children outside." So he grabbed the recycling bin, sliding it along the floor, lid open towards the alligator, which was at least as long as the large trash can. In a video uploaded to YouTube titled, "The Black Dundee," the open-mouthed alligator is facing the bin head-on and at first shuffles backwards, hissing. Eventually, there's a standoff. The alligator stops moving backwards, and Bozzi holds the bin in place. A crowd is gathered, and Bozzi asks that someone let him know when the animal's head goes inside the bin. Then he rushes forward and flips the bin's blue lid on the gator's head. The sun streaks across the camera. The gator hisses and flails straight into the bin, tries to backtrack, swishing its tail, but he tips the bin upright, and the gator's tail disappears. I was frightened when I had it in because it was so powerful, and I didn't expect that. It was pushing out, whipping its tail around. Denise Sparks was inside her home when she heard the commotion. "I would have been gator food. I would have fainted," she said. "I said, what in the world is going on? I heard boom, boom, boom. I don't know the procedures, so I did it my own way," Bozzi said. As the video went viral online, many people noted that Bozzi had pulled off that feat while wearing slides and socks. He was wearing, socks and sandals. Twitter used called as now Twitter's okay. These are just people tweeting, being like, "Whoa, he did it." So yeah, that happens. And if you look that up, you'll find him, and that's it. He gets the gator in the bin. What happened to the gator?
Part of that, they probably threw it back in the swamp somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, if the gator got there, he had to have a home that was nearby. The craziest part about the video, when you watch it, there's a moment where, and I don't know if this was his intention, there's a moment where he lifts the trash can lid, and it kind of looks like a mouth that's trying to eat the gator, and the gator pauses. He's like, "Oh, what is that thing?" Because up until then, he had tried to move the mouth to make it look like it was moving, and so the gator's just like, "Ooh, ooh." And he backs up a little. I was like, "Ooh, this gator's freaked out. He got him." Once that happened, I knew we got this gator. I knew we had him because the gator was like, "Ooh, ooh." That was a good one. I was very impressed.
Yeah, that is, man. What a story. Well, it's like a great Florida man story. Like he
even had a song written about him.
Yeah.
Look at that. Florida man. He's a good guy. Well, sometimes. All right, not often.
Not often.
Frequently, not a great guy. All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day, folks. We've got a good one.
Oh, no. Yeah?
Nutty squirrel leaves 42 gallons of nuts in man's Chevy Avalanche.
You know what? I know it's like a silly story, but something about it seems very dirty. Maybe it's the phrase gallons. That word stands out. It leaves gallons of
dropping
nuts.
Gallons of nuts.
sounds weird. All right, yes.
A squirrel in Fargo, North Dakota.
Not pounds of nuts, gallons of nuts.
Gallons.
It just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right.
A squirrel in Fargo, North Dakota is really nuts for walnuts to the point of where it collected 42 gallons. Bill Fisher said he came home from a 4-day work trip earlier this month, discovered his truck was filled with the walnuts, each the size of a lime. As his Facebook photos show, the walnuts were tucked into every nook and cranny of the Chevy, including the engine compartment and the fenders. Fisher removed enough to fill 7 6-gallon containers. I had to pull fenders off, clean out all the walnuts, and thought I had them all, and took it down the road, turned a corner, found one rolling down the windshield where the wipers go. As nutty as this might seem, it's nut the first time this happened. Get him out of here.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Someone went to school and this is what they're being paid to write. I'm an English major, damn it. You'll put nuts in there and you'll like it.
Can we change it's not the first time that it's not the first time? I'd really like to know. You're going to do it. You're going to like it.
You like to not? No, you'd like to nut. Stop it.
Mention the gallons. Gallons of nuts.
I have a doctorate in English. Stop.
Fisher said red squirrels have been using his truck to store walnuts from his neighbor's tree every 2 years. The tree's maturation cycle since 2013. I've got other vehicles that sit close to that tree, and it's always my truck. I haven't parked purposely out in the street as far as I can from the tree, and they still go find that avalanche. Over the years.
It's their winter home. This guy doesn't get it. In the winter, they live in that thing.
Exactly. That's the winter home. I've got other vehicles that sit very close to that tree. That's always my truck. Over the years, Fisher has learned how to deal with the squirrely behavior. He knows when the walnuts fall off the tree, it's time to check the engine. He has also learned to wait until there are no walnuts left lying under the tree before commencing the cleanup. The squirrels sit in the tree and watch me clean up the walnuts, almost like, that's mine, buddy, as he's watching me clean up.
You know they're pissed off.
This son of a bitch. One day we're going to get him. That's right, pal. One day.
We'll show him. We'll show them all.
Stuff his whole damn body full of nuts. Gallons of nuts.
Still, he wasn't prepared for just how many nuts would be squirreled away this year. The squirrels set a record. Most I ever pulled out was 4, 5, 6-gallon buckets. This year was 7. Fisher had to remove the fender from the truck to extract some of the nuts, which he is now offering to any human who wants them.
He's going to give them away. Those squirrels are... This guy's playing with fire.
But the squirrel's cash won't be completely gone. I have some rolling around the frame, rails, wells as well that I can't get at, he said. Damn, so they got him in the hard-to-reach plate. You can't even get him there.
I feel bad for the squirrels. I don't feel for this guy at all. The squirrels, I'm like, these poor guys.
There, I showed you the picture there.
These poor squirrels, just trying to live their lives.
Yeah, they just found an amazing storage for their nuts. This guy's ruining it.
I feel bad for the squirrels. I think the guy should have put the containers under the tree.
Yeah.
And then the squirrels could have just eaten them all winter from the containers. And then they could have been friends. And he could have taught them a lesson.
Right,
don't stick it in. I love that this. I mean, they really did store those nuts.
They really did.
They really did store those nuts. Yeah, that's definitely full of nuts.
Yep. You're not wrong.
He could have done a lot to help them. Instead, he chose violence. And you know what? When the squirrels take him out, I will not be sad. I'll be like, you know what? Deserved.
They just want to get fat and sleep. That's all they want.
Yeah, that's all they want. That's all any of us want, really.
That's true.
All right. What's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Florida man with half-gallon of Captain Morgan and swords sets fire in road.
Whoa. Sets fire to what?
I guess we're going to find out.
that headline is... you know what? I think it's mysterious. I think that's why I'm interested, because he's got his booze, he's got his swords, and he sets fire. Sets fire to what? Himself? What?
All right, let's see. You got authorities say when they arrived to 4 feet high flames in a Brevard County roadway, they found a man holding a sword and drinking alcohol.
as one would do.
Yeah, typical Florida day. Deputies say they were on active patrol when they spotted the flames on Craig Avenue in Titusville around 2:12 a.m. According to the police, the fire was in front of a man's home who they visited around 5 times in the past 6 months for illegal burns. Well, that adds up. Officials say the fires range from being on the sidewalk to taking up the entire street. Imagine that being your neighbor. Just like, God, he's setting fire to the road again.
I mean, everyone has a neighbor that does something weird. The fire thing is just Florida.
That's true. I mean, there's the difference between, like, the green cheetah and, like, an old man who sits in his chair watching birds and a guy who's setting fire to the road.
Here's the thing. He has a sword, so it's within his right. I'm not going to tell him not to. The man has a sword.
It's like, hey, can you go to the grocery store? It's like, I can't. He's in the road with the sword again. Yeah, we gotta wait.
Let's just wait till he tires himself out.
Just swinging it around.
I got my booze, and I got my sword, and no one can stop me.
Maybe he thinks he is Captain Morgan.
I'm Captain Morgan. Yeah.
Avast ye mateys. Officials say when they went to speak with suspect Scott Taylor, he was sitting in his front yard holding a sword in his hand and had a knife in his waistband. Police say he was also actively drinking in front of them and began chugging from half-gallon-sized Captain Morgan spiced rum. Authorities say he dropped the knife and sword when asked, but could not provide an answer to why he started the fire in the roadway. He was arrested, taken to the police department.
Started a fire? So we just started a fire in the road of what? Just the road? That seems awful.
Police say while the man was in a holding cell, he intentionally broke a fire sprinkler head, causing water to flood the cell and the booking room. The man was eventually transferred to Brevard County Jail. They're like, you take him. He faces charges of intentional or reckless burning of lands and felony criminal mischief. Huh.
All right. There you go. It's just as weird as we thought it was. Still no answers, but a man set a road on fire and then he got drunk.
Yeah, that's a prime Florida story. Oh, by the way,
it really is.
Have you seen Squid Game yet?
I have not seen Squid Game yet. I need to watch it so we can do a whole episode on it.
Oh yeah, I watched it. It was a journey. Let me tell you, it was a wild ride.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
You gotta watch it.
Sit down and watch it.
It's only 9 episodes. But
all right,
once you start,
I'll make an effort.
Once you get in there, you're gonna be like, "What the shit?" And you're gonna be in. I guarantee.
All right, I'll watch it. Okay.
All right, fantastic.
Well, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. I did see this one, which was court rules Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos are legally people.
I hope the cocaine hippos are actually hippos and not just people he called cocaine hippos, because that would be rude.
More than 80 hippos previously owned by Colombian drug lord
hippos.
Pablo Escobar. He's got a lot of hippos.
Now, were they addicted to coke, or were they just like bought with coke money?
I don't know. Let's find out. They are the first non-human creatures to be legally considered people. I mean,
why? What?
I don't know. U.S. District for the Southern District of Ohio recognized the late Escobar's famous cocaine hippos as legal persons for the first time in the United States. The ruling on October 15th came on the same day as the Animal Legal Defense Fund filed an application on behalf of the hippo plaintiffs in Colombia intended to stop that country's government from killing the animals. The ALDF announced that decision in a news release Wednesday. The hippos are descendants of 4 illegally imported by Escobar. They were set free after the death in 1993. Since then, they have increased their numbers to more than 80. They are reportedly wreaking havoc on the local ecosystem.
Well, man, that's like a tough. They're not supposed to be there, right? Like that's a tough thing. I don't know.
However, some scientists have argued they may be restoring ecological functions lost for thousands of years due to human-driven extinctions. In July, Colombian attorney Luis Domingo Gomez Maldonado filed a lawsuit on behalf of the animals to save them from being killed, saying the sterilization was a better option. Although Colombia law gives non-human creatures legal standing to bring lawsuits to protect their interests, that country's legal system can't compel someone in the U.S. to produce documents supporting their case. However, a U.S. law allows interested persons in Colombia to go to a U.S. federal court to seek the ability to obtain documents and testimony, so the ALDF applied for the hippo's rights to compel 2 Ohio wildlife experts who study non-surgical sterilization to provide testimony on behalf of the plaintiffs. By granting the application, the district court recognized animals as legal persons for the first time in U.S. history. It's obvious that animals actually do have legal rights, for example, the right to not be cruelly abused or killed, but a legal right is only as valuable as one's right to enforce that legal right. Christopher Berry, the attorney overseeing the U.S. case, who also serves as managing director as the legal the legal system doesn't have precedent for animals' interests directly appearing in court. There's no precedent for animals having a legal standing to enforce their own rights.
I mean, I guess. I don't know what like the rules are. Really, you know what I mean? Like it's just
This is one of those things where I'm like, as not lawyers, it just becomes too complex.
Well, I mean, I understand that
so
they
many
like
loophole things.
They made them people to save them from being killed. Like I get the legality of it, and I get like what they're trying to pull, but also there's all the native species kind of things and habitats and this and that and invasive. Like there's reasons why you can't bring certain animals to certain parts of the world because it throws everything out of whack. But then there's some science saying that apparently it's fine. I don't know. Again, it seems very complicated for cocaine hippos. It's almost like they were never meant to be in the world. These poor, coked up, big-toothed idiots.
Also, I saw this story and I have to bring it up.
Okay.
New Zealand City's official wizard has been taken off its payroll.
Yeah, the official wizard.
The official wizard. A New Zealand city seems to have left its vulnerable to a revenge hex. The City Council of Christchurch announced it will stop paying its official wizard 16,000 New Zealand monies, or
10,000 New Zealand money.
10,400 US dollars a year. Ian Brackenbury Chanel, aka the Wizard, has been serving as the city's appointed necromancer since the olden days of 1998.
Time out. Whoa. A wizard is no necromancer, and a necromancer is no wizard. They need to get it straight.
They got to get this straight. They got it all mixed up.
Is he rezzing the dead? Is he resurrecting ghouls?
What's he
or
doing
is he
over there?
casting spells? This is...
He has made a total of around $258,000 to provide acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as part of a promotional work for the city of Christchurch. Council Assistant Chief Executive Lynn McClellan told Stuff that the council made the difficult decision to fire their local mage because the promotional landscape of the city is changing, and it would like to fund offerings that will increasingly reflect our diverse communities. The wizard, who frankly should have used his powers to see this coming, said the council has no imagination and projects an image of bureaucrats drinking lattes on the boulevard.
Unlike him, drinking potions in a back alley.
Also, this is the wizard.
Oh my God, we have a photo. Hold on.
Yep.
That looks like a movie still. This looks like... Get at it. This guy made $200,000 being a wizard.
$250,000, yeah. Since '98.
Oh, all right. You know what? That's still a lot of money for doing
It's
nothing.
still a lot. Yeah. The Wizard, who holds a New Zealand driver's license bearing the name The Wizard, moved to the country in the 70s and has been a fixture in Christchurch ever since. He's even earned himself a TripAdvisor rating 4 out of 5 stars. He told CNN that he views himself less as Gandalf and more as a goofball or showman who brings joy to the city. Every day the world gets more serious, so fun is the most powerful thing in the world right now, he said. The Wizard also emphasized to stuff that pink slip from the city won't stop him from being himself across Christchurch. It makes no difference, he said. I'll keep going. They will have to kill me to stop me.
Oh my God, I don't think that's what they want.
Yeah, I don't think so. So, that's the local wizard.
Well, I'm glad I have a visual of him now because he looks exactly like I would expect the wizard to. Like, he looks like a wizard, that's for sure. I'm not going to hedge my bets. So I'm going to say, hey, keep doing what you're doing, wizard. I think you're great. Because if he is a real wizard, I don't want him casting a spell on me. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get turned into a duck.
Yeah. No, I agree. No ducks here.
Yeah. I don't want to be a frog. They'll put me on frog suck and they'll be the end of me.
That's it.
Okay. What's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. All right, big news story of the day time. First, before we even get to the big news story of the day, we need to mention one thing.
What is
the
that?
McRib
is back. You're right.
Gotta mention that. McRib is back, which means the McCox and Crendor is available again.
We have seen your pictures. Today I saw a McDappleberry, I think I saw.
Yep. We need someone to create the menu so we can retweet it.
Yeah, we need why haven't any of you listening right now made us a Cox and Crendor menu with all the things on it?
Yeah. Where's our free
Come
work?
on. What are you doing out there? That's your homework assignment.
Hey, that's the homework assignment. Make a McDonald's Cox and Crendor menu, and then we can retweet it, and everybody can go order something, and then tweet their picture of the thing they ordered being eaten. I'm
in. I appreciate and approve of this.
All right, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's wait, what the shit? Did TikTok videos expose how McDonald's McRib is cooked?
What do you mean? It's not it's super easy. It's not a I don't know why they're literally it's like they cook it on the same flat top as everything else and they dunk it in the barbecue sauce and leave it there.
Yeah.
At least that's the way they did it way back when. It's not,
Yeah, literally it's what they do. It looks like a solid white brick with ridges. It's supposed to be succulent pork patty that serves the basis for one of McDonald's most popular items, McRib, but an employee with a smartphone happened to snap a picture of a slab of frozen McRib meat fresh from the box at McDonald's somewhere out there, and now that's a photo that has raced around the internet, raising eyebrows and deadening appetites. It's the exact opposite. Well, yeah, no shit. It comes in a frozen box.
Yeah, I don't know what they thought they were doing with this hard-hitting expose, but we're all aware that it's not good for you.
Yeah, no, this is straight up lunch cafeteria food.
Yeah, it's not great for you.
Yeah, no, it's I would not even recommend eating it, but you got to get at least one.
Right. I mean, yes, you have to.
You got to do it. Yes, exposed. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, big news story of the day. Florida man has returned, and he has shattered records by surfing the unthinkable 638 waves over marathon 31 hours.
Wait, what the hell did you just say? What does this guy do?
Florida man shatters record by surfing unthinkable 638 waves over marathon 31 hours.
Oh, all right. That makes sense. I guess I was confused about what you were trying to tell me. I was like, yeah, okay, so he's just surfing a bunch. Florida man surfs a bunch is what you're saying.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Gotcha.
Curtis Loftus, hailing from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, achieved the unthinkable yesterday and shattered what has long been held an unbreakable record by surfing a whopping 638 waves during a 31-hour marathon session. The 60-year-old Goofy Foot.
Whoa, that makes it even better.
Yeah, he's like
60.
60 years old doing this.
Yeah, dude, that's great.
The 60-year-old Goofy Foot, wearing what appeared to be a 3-2 wetsuit, gloves, and Vans surf boots, surfed all day, all night, and 6 hours of the next day, ending sometime in the afternoon, getting bathed in cheers from family, friends, and amazed onlookers. Quote, I need to get some carbs, some protein, and some other things in me, but rest, family, and just be grateful. Loftus told the Jacksonville NBC affiliate, what other things?
Yeah, I get some other things in me. What is that other thing?
I don't know. Like, they should have
You went for 31 hours.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have done that at night. I would have been freaked out.
Oh, yeah. I can barely do
Just
anything
in the
for
ocean
31
at
hours.
night, get out of town. Like, if I stay up too late, I already get paranoid about shit. You're telling me this guy was out in the water in the dark? I would have been like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. No, I already, I can't even, like, sit in a chair for 31 hours.
I mean, I guess this guy was like, he was up, he was moving, he was doing stuff.
Yeah.
But this would have been physically taxing.
Oh, yeah. No, this is crazy. We couldn't ask for better weather. It's best support, and I have just enough stubbornness in me to make sure I'm going to meet these goals. The ostensible reason for shredding so hard so long was to raise money for profit.
Shredding so hard so long.
Just shredding so hard so long.
So long. I'm going to say too long. I'm going to say he went too hard too long.
Was to raise money for the nonprofit Deck the Chairs, which promotes the arts and fosters community pride and involvement through creative display of public art featuring lighted, iconic lifeguard chairs every holiday season in Jacksonville.
I mean, I feel like they could have, like, you could have done 20 hours and it would have been just as, impactful. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot. Like, just a lot.
Then they say the real reason, I imagine, though, was Whoop. And then they link to Whoop 4.0 digital fitness app. So really, it's just that this is an ad. They had to fit an ad in somewhere here. So they're
That's
like, put it
gross.
in here. Yeah.
What? I hate that.
He was going to do it for charity, but the real reason he did it was this sponsored application for our website.
I am on a stabmag.com. I don't know what Stab is, but apparently they're big on surfing because they have a lot of surfing articles. But they have a line in this article where it says, in flagrant violation of good bender etiquette, Curtis's wife and family were brought along to witness the mayhem. What is good bender etiquette? They're about to make me Google good bender etiquette.
Etiquette.
Cowboy etiquette by Bender. What does that mean? Is this some like? Am I going to find out this is one of those things where like a real alpha male? Is this where I'm at? Is this where I'm going?
Is this just like supposed to be surfer etiquette? And they're saying Bender? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think they mean Bender is in like, when you would go drink. Not you, but like when people would go drinking like a bender.
I mean, I know the term. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they mean like. Because it's supposed to be a little too long. And maybe that's what they're saying. Like, you don't, in this case, don't bring that person with you. Because now they have to sit there and watch you. You know what I mean? Like, they're stuck for 31 hours watching. Maybe that's what they mean. It's a weird addition to the article, but, not everyone is cool enough to write about benders, I guess. I don't know.
I guess
I've never really thought of benders. I'm not like, I'm 2 hours into a thing and like, that's enough.
Oh, yeah, that's me too.
I've never been like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go heavy drink for 3 days. That's never been a thing I've thought of. Just be like, you know what? One night was enough. I think I'm going to go to not do anything.
Yeah, I've never had that thought about anything. really.
That's what I'm saying. I've never once needed to do anything longer than like a few hours. It's never been a problem for me.
Yeah. No, it's not.
This is why we'll never get articles written about us for 31 hours of whatever.
Yeah. No, we're not getting that. But you know what? I think that's a healthier way to live. You know.
Agreed. I think so too. Except he is 16 surfboarding, and we're like, oh, my back. So
that's also true. Yeah.
You know, who are we to say?
Maybe we should start surfing.
Yeah, maybe. All right, what's our big news story?
All right, so I was going to split these up, but, okay, there's two big news stories. One's crazy, one's just kind of a thing. I'll just start with the thing. New Zealand potato named Doug just might be the world's biggest.
Can I see Doug?
Sure can.
I'm waiting to see Doug.
Here is
Might
Doug.
just be the world's biggest. Whoa! That is you know what? I like that, but that's a hunker. That's that guy.
There's a honker.
It's like the size of a big cat.
It is. It's a 17-pound potato. Colin and Donna Craig Brown were weeding their garden in New Zealand when Colin's hoe struck something huge beneath the soil's surface. As the couple knelt down and began digging around the object, Colin wondered if it was some kind of strange fungal growth or a giant puffball. After Colin pried out his garden fork, he scratched away a bit of the skin and tasted it. A potato. How'd you taste?
I bet he sounded just like that. A potato.
A potato. We couldn't believe it, Donna said. It was huge. Not exactly pretty. Donna describes its appearance as more of an ugly mutant potato.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think it's just a big potato. What do you want it to do?
Yeah, it's just like he's a big boy. Why you got a problem with that?
Yeah. It's quite possibly the largest potato on record. When the couple lugged it into their garage, put it on the scale, it weighed 7.9 kilograms or 17.4 pounds. That's equal to a couple of sacks of regular potatoes or one small dog. In the weeks since their unusual find, the couple's potato has become something of a celebrity around their small farm near Hamilton. They've named the potato Doug after the way it was unearthed.
Very clever. I love that.
That is pretty good. And they even built a small cart to tow Doug around. We put a hat on him. We put him on Facebook, take him for a walk, give him some sunshine. It's all about fun. It's amazing what entertains people. You're telling me. A more efficient way.
I love it.
Current Guinness World Record for the heaviest potato is 2011 from Britain, which was just under 5 kilograms. They've applied Doug to the Guinness Book of World Records. We're waiting to hear back. I imagine he'll win that one easy. Colin said he doesn't have any secret gardening tips. Usually they throw a bunch of cow manure and straw into their garden and see what happens. They've been growing
and that's
cucumbers.
what happened. Yeah.
It's one of nature's little pleasant surprises. Doug hasn't proven an easy charge to look after. As the couple showed the potato off, he began drying out and losing weight. Mold has started growing from Doug.
Ew.
He's cleaned it up as best he could and put the potato in the freezer where it remains. So, any plans to turn Doug into potato vodka at some point?
Nice. Now I want a
good.
bottle of Doug. Hook me up. Hook me up with a bottle of Doug, please.
Well, now this is the big story. This one's gonna blow you away.
I'm ready for it. Doug pretty much was there already, but
yeah.
All right.
That we had a wholesome story. This is the Cox and Crendor special.
Oh no.
Monkey belonging to Texas special team football coach's stripper girlfriend bites child on Halloween.
Holy shit! That is a Cox and Crendor instant classic.
This at first you hear the word monkey and you're like, this is gonna be good, and then it just keeps going. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That headline has it all.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here we go. There are stories made for the internet, and then there's the story of a pet monkey belonging to a stripper who goes by Pole Assassin, biting a kid on Halloween.
No! Her name is not Pole Assassin.
It is. And Pole Assassin is dating Texas special teams coach Jeff Banks, who reportedly left his wife and kids to be with Pole Assassin.
Oh my God. I am okay. I am not saying I Googled Jeff Banks because I want to know who Jeff Banks was, which now I see him. It's already funny. But more importantly, now I've looked up Pole Assassin, and let me tell you, equally funny.
Yep.
And I now see the monkey, even funnier.
Oh, yeah. No, this is fantastic. So, according to Texas football photographer, Jeff Banks' girlfriend, the Pole Assassin, has this pet monkey, Gia, who performs pole dancing routines with her. The monkey reportedly bit a kid and had to be pried off the child during a Halloween incident. Daniel Banks, it's still unclear if they're married, not that it really matters, posted over the weekend on social media inviting kids over to enjoy a haunted house and maze. There's no mention of a pet monkey, and it appears the monkey wasn't supposed to be part of the festivities. Monday night, Danny took to Twitter where she explained how the child got into off-limits areas. I had a haunted house on one side gated off, she wrote, before Pole Assassin explained she had no idea the boy had been bitten until the neighborhood doctor told her about the bite. The neighborhood doctor?
So he just so it was several, how did the doctor find out? Did they go to the doctor later and the doctor's like, what's this bite?
Yeah, I don't. Like they also say the neighborhood doctor, like we're living in like the 1500s. Like the neighborhood doctor.
Some places they are.
Yeah. Quote, no parent have contacted me about it, Danny wrote. When asked if the monkey is vaccinated, she explained how the monkey is up to date on her shots and it is an emotional support animal who is not to be touched. I
am looking at screenshots, photos, whatever these are, of her with this monkey on the dance floor at strip clubs.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yep.
No one is allowed to touch her, Danny shot back. Is your mind blown yet? Now let's get to the pet monkey having a role in Pole Assassin strip club shows. The monkey, according to Danny, gives high fives on command, and you can definitely see that from the content published on their Instagram page. She's not just some random stripper. She appeared on the Jerry Springer Show in 2017.
I was going to tell you that I have there's a tweet posted out in 2017 by the Jerry Springer Show, and she responded like, thanks for having me, y'all. There's something so sweet and innocent about it. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, hey, thanks for having me on. The best part is this is what at Jerry Springer Show tweeted. At Pole_assassin, which I don't think is this person's, at Pole Assassin equals #GOAT. Is this the greatest pole dance to ever hit our stage? #Jerry Springer. I can't believe Jerry Springer was on TV when I was in high school.
Yeah,
I can't believe this is from 2017, and he's like.
That's what I heard too when they said that. I was like, hold on a second, Jerry Springer's still on the air? It's crazy.
Incredible.
Also, she said it's an emotional support monkey, but he's like giving high fives to people.
Yeah, he's emotionally supporting me.
Oh, I guess that adds up.
Yeah, I love this guy. Yeah, there's a lot of footage of her high-fiving this monkey.
She responded to a question on Twitter about the allegation. No one was viciously attacked. This is a lie. A whole lie. She was not a part of any haunted house. The kid did not have permission to be on the other side of my property. That's it.
I'm sure a few of you out there have questions. Probably like, Jesse, do you approve of this coach leaving his family for a stripper and a pet monkey? Yes. Yes, I do. As a person who has dealt with children, pet monkey's way better. Stripper pet monkey versus a bunch of complaining kids? I know what I would choose.
That is true. You probably would choose the monkey. I mean, in this day and age, we're abolishing Monkey Mondays all across the nation. Like, come on.
Every day I choose that. Look at his face. This guy. Look at this monkey. Hold on. Let me show you this image. Open image and new tab. Look at this monkey.
That does look like a sassy monkey.
Yeah, right? I want that guy to be my friend. I want to be that dude. I want to be in his life.
Man, this is a top
Another
tier.
episode is what it is.
This is another episode.
Yep. What's our big news story of the day?
So, our big news story of the day. First off, let me just say, I decided to go to one of our old stomping grounds.
Oh, no. Cosmo?
Cosmo.
Oh, no.
And
it's been too long. Far too long.
It has been far too long, or maybe not long enough. All right, I found it. The best song to bang to is Holding Out for a Hero from Shrek.
Holy crap. What makes this amazing, not only is that a funny visual of it's like, hey, baby, let me turn off the lights. I need a hero. Like, amazing. But also, that's a cover of the original version.
Yeah.
So the original song sucks compared to the Shrek version, which is, frankly, one of the most incredible things I've ever heard. I love this. How do they discover this information?
I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Let's see. The night I realized Holding Out for a Hero in Shrek 2 is the best song that I have sex to is the night my
Were
life
they watching
changed
Shrek
forever.
2 at the time?
I guess we'll find out. For context, I've always been a Shrek fan. I turn it on often as a means to calm myself down after a hard day.
That changes everything. This is more like a fetish thing now. We're like, I've always been a Shrek fan.
I always love Shrek.
That changes the whole dynamic of this.
It has all the elements perfect for distraction. A swamp ogre, a donkey, a sexy fairy godmother, a thick Mike
Sexy
Myers
fairy
accent.
godmother. Is that what they got out of the fairy? Is sexy fairy? That's what they got out of the movie?
Yeah, I wasn't getting that, but you know. But one night,
I can't believe this is all right, yeah, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. This is amazing.
But one night, as my girlfriend and I sat on the couch, casually enjoying the movie, I found myself getting, well, flustered.
Oh, this is a fetish thing. This person. Also, I think it says something about him that he likes to have sex to the song I Need a Hero. That's like, it says a lot. I'm not going to say it's weird. I've done weirder, but it definitely, it says a lot about you.
I found, it was around the 54-minute mark when Shrek turned into human Shrek.
No, what?
He wore a tight red velvet crop top that made me undeniably horny.
Time out. Is this a lady or a dude?
I don't know. Let's see. This is Meggie, so I'm gonna say a lady.
All right. All right. Okay.
Shrek is an ogre, I thought, trying to rationalize. An ogre from a swamp, I thought again.
Fighting that urge to be aroused by Shrek. Oh, yeah. This is one of those things where it's like, I think I'm into this. And now, all right. Okay.
The movie continued, and I couldn't get Shrek out of my mind.
This can't be real.
This can't be real.
Oh, my God.
As I watched him go on a bender following Fairy Godmother's ultimatum to stay away from Fiona, I can't even read this next part. I can't even read it.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to. You have to.
I'm just going to say they quivered with anticipation. They then tugged at the hemline of their girlfriend's pants and said, "Do you want to have sex right now?" She looked at me with a smile, knowing damn well Shrek was the reason I was feeling this way.
Are you kidding me? She was aware of this? Like, yeah, I do want to have sex with you. This Shrek is hot. Is that, they knew what was up? Crazy.
This article just keeps going. There's got to be something in here. Like, okay, let's see. Before diving right in, I told my girlfriend we need to wait until the best part of the movie came on. When Fairy Godmother starts her rendition of Holding Out for a Hero. This can't be real, right? This can't be real.
Like I said, I don't know how. I don't know.
Oh my God. So, you know how when you're scrolling an article, they bring up other articles for you to read?
Yes.
Here's some of them. Quote, here's the story of how I got a vibrator stuck up my butt and had to run to the hospital.
You know what? That's not a story. That's you pushed it too far. The end.
My boyfriend and I role-played killer clowns, and it was the best sex of my life.
That is so bizarre. Okay.
And a professional ass reader predicted my future after examining my butt.
I would pay untold sums to have an ass reader examine your butt. If I can send you to an ass reader and then you came back with a future prediction of yourself, it would be like money well spent.
How do you become an ass reader?
Trick idiots to spraying their cheeks and staring at it, you know?
It's like, man, how do I get people to let me touch their ass? I know, I'll become an ass reader.
Hello,
Hey,
I am an ass reader.
What does my ass say? Let's see. It's a crevice right here.
These lines mean that you're going to have a long, healthy life there.
And let's see. I think you work out. All right, you go to the gym often? Wow, how did you know? It's probably because I can just tell you do a lot of squats. Yeah.
Yeah, as I spread your cheeks, they're very firm.
No doubter. Anyway, those are other articles.
Yep. Shrek, man. That's amazing.
Yeah. You see, I had been waiting for an opportunity my entire life. Watching the scene as a kid, I remember the weakness in my knees, seeing Fairy Godmother's boobs bouncing everywhere.
What the shit is this article?
This is this is from a young age. This is like your first thoughts are like, wow.
I can't, from a young age, I would never be like, that Fairy Godmother, though. The Fairy Godmother's the one. You know what? There's someone for everyone out there. If anything, that's the lesson I'm learning. There's someone for everyone.
Yeah, there's someone for everyone, and Shrek is definitely not my definition.
And Shrek is super horny.
This has to be one of those articles where they're like, just write something wacky and wild to get people to click it. It's got to be. I can't not think that.
I guess, man. I guess.
Well, that's enough Cosmo for me for the year.
Oh, man. Well, that's enough of this podcast. 9 years, baby. All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story. Big news. Bald eagle swoops in to steal Florida man shark.
What the? Okay, there are layers. I'm always here for a good layered story.
Yep. Here we go. With sunset on the horizon, Chad Wisman.
Why did they start it like this?
It was a dark and stormy night. Chad
was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Chad Risman and his uncle Darren Vick had waited all day for one bite. We're just sitting there talking. Line got tight and slack, Darren recalled. With that nibble, they reeled in an unforgettable fishing tale. I was reeling it in. My uncle was going to grab the line, Chad said. As the leader is coming up, I said I'd get a hold of the shark, Darren continued. But before Darren could continue, a bald eagle swept in and claimed the shark as its own. The way everything lined up, the son said I couldn't have even asked for a better time, said Chad. The family grabbed their phones and captured the moment on the Dunedin Causeway.
The Dunedin Causeway that's from Lord of the Rings.
That's what I was like.
The Dunedin, that's Lord of the Rings. The Dunedin.
Take the Dunedin Causeway.
Orcs patrol the Dunedin Highway. You must beware, Frodo Baggins. And then there's like an 18-minute shot of them running.
That's not an orc. That's a man on methamphetamines. I guess you're right. Still watch out. It's just like brushing the greatness of the country all into one picture and one experience. They cut the line short and got the line and hook away from the eagle. I think they did a great job. Could have been a lot worse. Oh wait, could have been a lot worse, said Kim Begway with the Clearwater Audubon Society for Birds of Prey. Here is the man, the myth, the legend that caught it.
Where is this guy? I don't see him yet. Yeah. That dude, here's the thing. Looks like he could be my family.
He kind of does, yeah.
That guy is 100% a Cox. I don't care what his last name is. That guy's a Cox.
He also looks like he'd be, his name would be like Uncle Chad, even though...
Time out. The man has a Jimmy John's hat on.
All right, Uncle Jim.
Jimmy John's.
Uncle Jim Cox.
Jim Cox. Jimmy John Cox.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Let's see. Begay knows that eagle as Eugene first rescued in Bradenton in 2017 after fracturing her leg. First time she broke her leg, she was in rehab for about 8 months, and when she was in rehab in a very critical time when she would be learning how to hunt and following her parents' hunt. Eugene appears to now be looking for easy meals. If Eugene or any other bird is hooked, Begay says to follow these steps. If you hook a bird by accident or the bird has line wrapped around them, don't cut the line, leaving the bird with long amounts of line trailing. You have to reel, remove, and release. If not, a bird can end up in serious trouble. If you aren't comfortable getting the hook out on your own, call the Raptor Center. What?
Yeah, because that's what birds. Birds are raptors.
I guess you're right. The worst thing that could happen is for the eagle to fly away with a hook inside of her and trailing line with 15-20 feet, because when she perches on things, she could end up hanging herself. Jesus. For Eugene and Chad, it was just another chance encounter. I used to identify as a Utah man, but I'm definitely a Florida man, smiled Chad.
I mean, I'm looking at the picture. It checks out. He's not wrong.
Does check out. That's Uncle Jimmy John Cox.
Jimmy John Cox. He caught a shark. Here's the thing. It's a baby shark.
It is a baby shark, dude.
It's like a little tiny baby shark. I was wondering how an eagle swooped down and was like, "You're mine, Jaws." But I will say, what's more American than an eagle killing a shark? Frankly, that's proof of God's providence over this great nation of ours.
That eagle killed a shark, dude. That's America.
All right. Well, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Well, there's the two things that were sent to us. One was the End Times preacher talking about her crazy story, which isn't really a news story, but it's just a thing.
It's just a crazy person being really crazy.
She was just like, I turned in bed to my husband, and he was a lizard coming out of his body, but a ghost lizard. And he said, I'm going to have sex with you. And she said, be gone.
Yeah, she rebuked the sex lizard in the name of Jesus. Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I would not do this. I'd be like, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm about to bang this lizard.
But it turned out that the alien lizard turned out to be a reptile with a posse of gargoyles. So he had a gargoyle.
Right. Well, you know, at that point, I'd just be like, yo, gargoyles, you went on this lizard sex fest? Because it's going to get real nasty. And the gargoyles would be like, hell yeah, Mr. J. And then, we'd all bang.
Yeah. That's
how I imagine it going down.
That's what happened in Cox's Creek.
It's the only thing that's ever happened there.
So we got Florida man flies Learjet with excavator like a toy plane.
What?
So if you take a look at this one, there
is
he is.
He in? I see. That's very cool. I imagine that's terribly dangerous.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's in one of those giant cat excavator digger things, and he's using the claw at the end of the crane or whatever that is to hold the back of the plane. Then he's flying it around and spinning it, which is
that's like something you do in a video game, like one of those simulator games.
Yeah, it can't be legal, but also good on him. It looks neat as hell.
Yeah. There is a saying that some people never grow up. It's just that their toys get bigger and more expensive. That was definitely the case with this Florida man who used his excavator to fly a plane and have a bit of good old fun after it was off to get scrapped. Video shot by the user Vice Aviator on Instagram, who worked at the aviation industry, has been making rounds on the internet while shocking and delighting many people because of its unusual nature.
It's shocking and delightful.
Shocking and delightful.
That's something that's like a very old white lady thing to say. It's both shocking and delightful.
That young man is shocking and delightful. I never know what to expect.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you say to a person when you like it, but you know that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, I really enjoyed that, but I acknowledge it's wrong. Shocking and delightful.
I haven't seen that since the Leave It to Beaver days. He wrote, after leaving the airport this morning, after my flight training, I decided to go and be an AV geek and go look for the 707 that was recently scrapped. After no luck, I made a U-turn and saw the Learjet was about to meet its fate. Little did I know it was going for one last flight, not the flight I thought. He truly was at the right place at the right time to capture a unique moment on video. It has now been reposted numerous times. Another user replied saying this could be narrated by David Attenborough.
Yes.
I like how some of these articles just they take social media posts as news thing.
They're not articles anymore. Yes. Yeah. They're just here's my hot take. Just report the news. I don't care.
Jiminy Johnson said, wow, this sure is crazy. While Becky454 said, wow, that might be dangerous. Cool. That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Also, the story happened a year ago, but I don't care.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
A massive snowstorm left dozens stranded in an IKEA.
Here's the thing. Normally I'd be like, oh, those poor people. But for this, I feel like they're fine.
Oh, yeah.
They're in IKEA. If anything, that's the best place to be.
That's the thing. So, 12 inches of heavy, wet snow piled high Wednesday night in northern Denmark, coating roadways, grounding flights, and halting train lines. As the flakes fell, a group of shoppers and employees still inside an IKEA in the city of Aalborg soon suspected they may not make it home. Aalborg.
Oh, huge Star Trek fans. Okay, yes.
They were right. 6 customers, about 24 employees, and a handful of workers from neighboring toy shop hunkered down in the Swedish furniture store for the night. They made the best of an unusual scenario. Michelle Barrett, one of the toy store employees, told the radio. We just laughed at that situation because we'll probably not experience it again. The storm on Wednesday was the heaviest snowfall Denmark had seen since 2018. On the first day of December, the Nordic country was hit with 20% of the snowfall Denmark typically sees over the entire month.
Damn!
That's a lot of snow. Last week, 61 people spent 3 nights stranded at Britain's highest altitude pub. Most of the customers made the trek to the Tan Hill Inn in Yorkshire to see an Oasis cover band, while others went just for a drink.
Wait, how do we get to Britain?
I guess just different snowfall strandations.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do we get? Wait a minute. Okay.
Snow.
But they went to see Oasis, which is the most British thing I've ever seen. An Oasis cover band.
Yeah. But snow and heavy winds brought down power lines. Fallen trees and debris blocked the roadways, and over the next few days, the stranded crew watched movies, played trivia and board games, and sang karaoke. and I would imagine just drank.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you're stuck there with an Oasis cover band, you're getting drunk and playing karaoke and doing all. Yeah, come on.
There are,
however, you will have heard Wonderwall 8 trillion times.
Yep. There are a few stores that could meet all of one's needs if a blizzard suddenly strands shoppers. IKEA is one of them. The store was stocked with food and had plenty of beds, allowing the group to embark on Goldilocks-style journeys and choose the perfect resting spot. Store manager Pete Elmrose told Ekstra Bladet, a Danish tabloid newspaper, he encouraged everyone to, quote, pick the exact bed they always have wanted to try. That evening, they watched television and enjoyed stuffed pork, hot cocoa, and rissomalande, a Danish rice pudding served during Christmas time.
Rissomalande sounds like a dude I used to know in New York. Like a dude I went to school with. Rissomalande.
Was he rice pudding?
He was 99% rice pudding right. And 1% spoon, yes.
Okay, good. As everyone tucked themselves in the bed, Elmos said he strolled around the floor singing good night songs.
Oh my God. This is the best sales pitch for IKEA I've ever heard.
In the morning, they had hot coffee and freshly baked cinnamon rolls.
Get out of town! I want to be trapped in an IKEA now. Are you kidding me?
It's like an IKEA bed and breakfast.
Yes.
Eric Bangsgaard, one of the stranded customers, said he was impressed with the service. It was fantastic considering the circumstances, he said. He and his wife, Hannah, went to IKEA that night with some friends to dine on the cafeteria's Christmas menu. Soon after arriving at the store, the 75-year-old recognized they may have trouble getting home. Despite the less than
all right. I have so many questions. So, a snowstorm is incoming.
Right.
This is how you know old people don't give a damn about nothing.
Yeah.
Snowstorm incoming, and he and his friends are like, I'm 75. I don't give a shit. Let's go get the Christmas dinner at IKEA.
It was him and his wife.
And they just went. No concern for the weather. And then they got there and were like, what the hell? We're just stay here.
Here's some picture. Here's some guy. I don't know which one it is, but I think the old man.
Oh, my God. This last image is incredible. Yeah, this dude, he unbuttoned his shirt. He's just like leaning back, having the best sleep of his life. Although the question is, why are there news reporters there?
I don't know. They must have arrived the next day or something.
This seems staged.
Yeah.
Like, how did the news reporters get there if they were snowed in?
Yeah, I don't know. It had to have happened the next day, and they're just chilling like, oh, what, you want some cinnamon rolls and coffee? Despite the less than optimal circumstances, Bangsgaard said there was a positive mood among the stranded customers and employees. We were just really happy to have shelter, he added. Barrett, the toy shop employee, was also thankful for the safe, heated place to sleep. It's much better than sleeping in one's car, she told the DR. It's been nice and warm, and we are just happy that they would let us in. But one thing didn't go to Bangsgaard's liking. Uh-oh. He and his wife were eyeing a double bed as they made their way through the showroom looking for a spot, only for their friends to snatch it first.
Uh-oh, we got a feud between friends. It's over now.
He said, so we took the sofa bed. It was really nice.
I would have gone to the other side. I would have been like, fine, Henrietta, I'm going to the other side of the IKEA. I'm going to go sleep in the bin of children's toys. There's always a bin of children's toys. Let's not pretend.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It's the big stuffed animal children's
Oh, you know that's the comfiest place there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Oh, my God.
Although it is probably covered in germs.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you'll definitely die of pneumonia, but best sleep of your life.
That's true, yeah. And that was the IKEA snowstorm adventure.
I am very jealous. Yeah, you would think a store like IKEA, that's like getting trapped in like a Walmart.
Yeah.
Or getting trapped. Although IKEA, I think, is better than Walmart. Because
yeah.
at least you can sleep. There's some place to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, Walmart, you probably you get like sleeping bags or something. I don't know, but yeah, you got like actual furniture.
Plus, they have a kitchen there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, you got everything.
You know what? IKEA may be the best place to get trapped.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That should be on all their signs. IKEA, the best place to be trapped.
Well, I definitely need to get in here now. If I get trapped, it won't matter.
I hope we get locked inside.
So yeah, that's the big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Here we go. Tampa Bay, Florida. A Florida man who was kicked off a United flight for wearing thong underwear as a mask tells WFLA he's done it about 20 times before. A video, which started making the rounds on social media this week, shows 2 flight attendants talking to Adam Jen, who had been wearing nether garments to cover his nose and mouth while he waited for his flight from Florida to D.C. One of the flight attendants can be heard telling Jen he's not in mask compliance. You're going to have to come off the airplane. We're not going to let you travel, he said. Another passenger who had a mask hanging off his face walked up to one of the flight attendants and asked if Jen was being kicked off for wearing a mask. When the flight attendant asked the passenger to put his mask on, he said, "I'm out of here." Jen told several other passengers walked off the plane in protest. Thank you to them because they saw something, an injustice, something that didn't make sense, and they stood up, he said.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
Jen later compared himself to civil rights icon Rosa Parks, who refused to move for a white passenger on a bus in 1955.
It is,
of course.
Yeah, it is exact. I'm just glad someone said it. Exactly. I'm glad someone finally said it. Yeah, exactly the same.
Sir, can you please put on just this mask that's extremely minorly inconvenient so that there's a chance that you don't spread your germs? This is a
racism.
Outrage. So yeah, you know.
Oh my God! When I was at the airport, there was a big dude walking down, and he was like, his mask was on his chin, and he was like huffing and puffing, and someone said to him, "Sir, you have to put your mask up." He's like, "Yeah, I can't breathe in that." And I was like, "Bro, if I can pull this off, you can pull this off, my dude."
I literally work out in a mask, and I have for like 2 years at this point.
Literally, for as long as I've been alive, doctors have worn masks all day, every day.
Why would they do that? They don't work. Jen said deputies with the Broward Sheriff's Office arrived and escorted him off the plane before airport security was called. Jen told WFLA it's not the first time he's used the thong as a mask. He said he's flown about 20 times with his thong mask, and he was booted off a Delta flight earlier this year. The TSA requires travelers to wear masks on commercial flights. It says under the federal law, they must wear masks that fully cover their nose and mouth without any vents or openings. Customer clearly wasn't in compliance with the mask mandate. We appreciate that our team addressed the issue and avoided any potential disruptions.
If this is a dude who's done it a bunch of the time, just put him on the no-fly list. Let's move on. Like, it's not a big deal. I don't know why people freak out.
Yeah.
Make it so he can't fly anymore. Easy. Done. No big deal.
And so that's the Florida thong mask man.
Oh, unreal. Well, that's great. I'm glad the Florida thong mask man is finally caught. Or not. I guess he's going to Florida fly again. For all we know.
No doubt he will. No doubter.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. This one's a little weird.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Japanese professor develops TV screen viewer can taste.
What?
That's right. He developed a TV screen you can taste.
I have so many questions, mostly about the idea of tasting a TV screen, but yeah?
So, a professor at a Japanese university unveiled his latest innovation, a TV screen a viewer can taste. Home Miyashita, I did not say that correctly probably, an associate professor in the School of Science and Technology at Meiji University, said his Taste the TV in invention uses a combination of 10 flavors to create the taste of the food pictured on the screen.
How does it know?
I don't know. The flavor is dispensed onto a film that slides onto the screen, allowing viewers to experience the taste of the food they are seeing.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I don't like the film slides onto the screen. I hate that. That sucks.
He believes the technology could be used to give people unable or unwilling to travel the ability to sample flavors from around the world. I am thinking of making a platform where tastes from all over the world can be distributed as taste content. It's the same as watching a movie or listening to a song that you like, he told reporters. Oh, this is going to get used for porn.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, oh, this guy's made a terrible mistake. He's like, my science, I created it for mankind, not for this.
Wow, now I can lick everything.
All those feet videos I've been watching, finally, I can lick them all.
What a time to be alive.
No, my invention.
I'm thinking... I hope people can, in the future, download and enjoy the flavors of the food from restaurants they fancy, regardless of where they are based in the future.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This poor naive fool.
Miyashita said on the college's website that his work is aimed at, quote, reviewing the relationship between humans and content. Yep.
Yup.
I designate humans as beings who cannot help but create, express, and consume content, and have a new name for humans: content respirators. What? I believe that we cannot build a new human content relationship unless we designate content as being as important as food and air. And vag. That's what he said. That's a weird one to add.
It does sound very scientific of him.
Yeah, and then he plugged the OnlyFans.
Yeah, he plugged his OnlyFans and he said, I only do feet pics, but...
And he shock abroad and walked out.
He flipped his sunglasses back on. He was like, peace out, haters.
That's, but seriously, like, he just wants to create, like, a cool thing to be able to taste food and, it's like smell-o-vision, but, like, taste-vision.
I don't blame him. I think it's a great concept. I can't understand at all how no one thought of this, like, directly being like, no, this is for porn, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Like,
no, it's so you can taste different. Like, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally everything. It's like VR happening. Like, wow, you can experience it. They're like, I can see VR porn. That's pretty much it. That's where we're at. Yeah, that's the that's the world.
That is the world, all right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you all next time, and as always,
wow.
To be continued.